Hello everyone. How you going? As always, I hope the answer is fabulous. Make sure that's all ready. Now I can see who comes in to say hello. If there's any questions going on in the chat. So, alright, I've got that ready. Okay, so welcome to Tracy Creating. My name is Tracy, and tonight we're going to do some alcohol ink. There we go. Alright. So what we're going to do, first off I'm going to put my gloves on because that always makes me feel safer. Whenever you're doing any fluid art, there's nothing like getting filthy dirty gloves, taking them off, and having such clean hands. It's like, woohoo! So, hello Chris, how are you? So first off, we're going to use Yupo paper tonight. So this looks like this. So it's Art Spectrum Yupo paper. So it's acid-free, 200 GSM, and it's A4. So that's what I've got. This is what I get from my local art store here in Australia. So, okay. I have pulled out the colours Blue Violet, Mantilla Black, which I haven't actually used yet. So I'm keen to see what that's going to turn out like. And Teal, which is my bottle that leaked everywhere. So during the cleanup, I saved some isopropyl alcohol with all the residue left over from this one into there. So that's a very diluted version of this one. So this one is isopropyl alcohol. This one is isopropyl alcohol plus 6 drops of pure vegetable glycerin to create a blending solution. So that's a DIY blending solution. And hello. So in here too, this is a spritz bottle. So I can drip, I can spritz, and also in this one, which is nearly empty. These are all just plain isopropyl. So I tried to match red with red, see if I can get a red cover for the top of this. But that way I know that these are all just the plain isopropyl alcohol. So just depends on whether I want to spray, whether I want to try and do a more direct fine line, or whether I just want to splash it all over. So, you're looking forward to this lesson? Oh, thank you. Well, that's also what I like to throw in there, so I'll throw it in there right now. That may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. So, alright, I also have a, oops, after I dropped it, hang on. Alright, sorry about that. Seems like a long way to the ground. Not for my height, it's not really, but so an air gun. So definitely all three. Oh, thanks, Chris. So there we go. And if I do need to help dry it off a bit more and encourage that alcohol to evaporate a little bit faster, I will pull out my heat gun. So this is a very general heat gun. It has 2 speeds and 2 heat settings. So I generally like to use low heat and low air pressure. So low and low. So that's some of what I could be using. All right. So one of the things I've noticed during all my trials and tribulations of alcohol ink is that it's taken me this long to realize when you want that really wispy outward look, which I do want tonight, you just use straight alcohol ink from the bottle in the center, and you let that dry, evaporate all on its own. You don't need to add any other isopropyl alcohol or anything like that, but you start off with straight drops of color. Good morning, Celine. How are you going? So one there. Oops. I did double drip into that one, but that's okay. But see how I've also kept them into the center. So, put that aside. So from here, this will be where I'll just pull out that heat gun real quick and assist that evaporation process with a little bit of heat. There we go, that's not going to take much because there's actually not much on there. So let's see about bringing you in a bit. So you can get a little bit closer in on the action. Current status looks like this. Oh dear. I think I've got a little bit of ATD, bit of artist till death rubbing off on me when I say that. Okay, so from here, what I want to do is I'm not actually going to use the DIY blending solution. I am going to go straight for the isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to put a drop around the edge. So kind of, if you were to have a circle, it would be half on the color, half on the white. So let's aim for this section here. So you can't see the other half of that circle there as it's blooming. So now I'll use the air gun to just softly blow it out a little. And I blow it back. And you can see that the outer edge is a lot softer than the inner. So now on this blue violet over here, excuse me, I'm just going to do another extra couple of drops towards the outer edge. So it's activating here. Sorry about that. So gently push it out. Push it back up. So you can see on that one, if we get down a bit closer, because I had a little trail of alcohol that went out this way, there's a lot more faded and blended into the background. So whereas this one, this was just the one drop, and it's still got that bit of a line. So let's see. So now we'll go back to this one, add another drop, half and half again. Start blowing it out, but blow it back. You can barely see it on camera, from what I can tell, but there is there. Struggling to focus a bit, so, but it's definitely fading out as you go. So now let's try that on the other colours. Oops, sorry about that. I thought I had that down. Okay. Baby cakes, you wanted to say hello. You should be going to sleep, having too much fun watching. I'll be viewing on TV. Okay. Lovely. Thank you so much for popping in. Hope you're doing well. And absolutely, if you nod off, sweet dreams. And so now we'll try the black, because I haven't tried that, but we'll try it with a bit of a trail coming out to the outside. Come back a little bit. Well, it does look very effective. Okay, come out this way. So pushing it out and then pushing it back. Recently I've had inspiration from Doris at DF Designs, Erica from Artist Till Death, and Clara Lawrence, and I'm sure there was somebody else I was thinking of. But it's just amazing how much you can learn from different people and their different ways about doing things, and even just the inspiration that comes from it. So that's wonderful. Pushing it back. I was hoping that which one was it? The teal would follow. Let's see. Oh, it's really effective, I think, too, on that black, because it's such a strong colour. It's black. Let's go back to some purple with a trail coming out. And push it out, bring it back. I think I'll try and just soften around that edge a bit more. Ugh. Made a little bit of a mess of that, but that's okay. It's all okay. Let's go into this teal, come out this way. So you can probably see when I first start the distance between where I'm aiming and how far back I'm holding the air gun. So now I've done this backwards, so come over here into this blue violet, make a bigger trail, try and catch it, there we go. So this is so much more like I've hoped to have achieved earlier on, but this is what practice and actually jumping in and giving it a go. It happens over time and you learn from others and it's fantastic. And hello, Darnell. How you going? You're getting ready for work but wanted to say hello. You like what I'm doing with the inks. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great day at work. It looks so beautiful. Thank you, Chris. A couple more. Do so apologise for that, whatever's going on there. So, just encouraging that ink that's reactivated to move out with the trail. Push it back in. Okay. We go straight through the middle here. I'm hoping to kind of bring both the blue violet and the teal. So I'll tap both sides and give it a trail. Push that way, push that way. Bring it back. Oh, pretty. Let's see. So now just to get some more color coming out, I'll bring the drops in a little bit closer to the center and come out over the areas I've already created. Bring your trail out. Oops. That is awesome. And you see I was holding my air gun 2 directional and it went and blew everything there outward. So let's come back to that area. see what we can do. Bring it back. Oh, that's a little bit nice. See what we can do here. Try and bring some of that blue violet back out. Give it a trail. Wow. Bring it back. There we go. Hopefully that's corrected some of that little error there. I'll try and bring some more of this black out. Bring it back. I think I love that so much. I'm actually going to grab the heat gun to try and set that bit before it does that. Okay. That's nice there to just go over it with a little bit of heat and make sure everything's on a level playing field. So I might just turn it around and push some of this one out this way. So I like to come in a little bit further and carry that out. I was trying to keep it away from those edges. It's still a little bit temperamental, just there. I think I'm going to use this one over in this spot because there's a lot of that blue violet there, so I'd like to add some teal in and just give it a little bit of a shake. I don't know if that's 100% necessary, but as it's strongly diluted, I thought we might do that. Okay. And come out this way. Okay. I'm just feeling like I'd just like to put a nice blue violet spot in this side. Tiny as I can. As I can. So what I've found is I've created an extra white hole there where adding the isopropyl alcohol is pushing away too much of the pigmented ink. Looks like a fascinator. Yeah. But later on, that's where I can come in and add back some colour. And there's only a couple of spots left that I'd like to look at. One is this bit. Oh, love that. And try and break up this big bulbous area. Dropping one drop and blasting it out, hopefully. Trying to get some little spikes in the center. So that looks like it's working pretty well. So for these spikes, it literally is just a drop in the color. So we'll go here and as quickly as you can, blast it out. And I've found, like you may have seen then, I held the gun still. Like I didn't try and move it or wobble it or anything like that. I do still want to add the teal. I drop into here, which I want to blend in. I want it to stay a strong colour in that area. So while I'm still finishing off with these spiky centers, one drop and spurt. One drop. One drop there, partially in the black. Into that blue violet. Okay. I think I'll go here again. And wide over here. Hello, Mandy. Don't ever apologize for being late. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so appreciate it. So I aimed for the background to wisp off into nothing, which I feel like I've pretty much worked it out. Just got to, ask the alcohol ink gods to be with me. And I'm just going to try and get some of this teal to cross over all the way. Whoops, drew 2 drops. It didn't quite go that far. Okay. One. Okay. That's the last drop. There we go. That was a great trial of that. So there are definitely still some areas that I would like to grab some paper towel. Sorry about that. Give it a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on it and just wipe off some of these areas towards the end, which just encourages them to look a little bit more wispy. So just going around the edges, dabbing it, wiping it outward but also inward. So just need to grab a fresh area, even though there's not a lot of ink that's coming off, because it is those very delicate edges that I'm aiming for. So, but there is this spot here I'd like to bring outward and bring it back in. And also this bit here. And here. Just completely softening that final ridge. There we go. So I still did end up with a bit of a bulbous section down here. That's fine. I am going to try and fill in this tiny little white space here, but I'm not going to do it directly. So I'm going to put some onto the paper towel and just dab it into that. Pull on it. Okay. Looking gorgeous. Thank you so much. All right. The other thing I like about this, and what I'd like to add more of, is this random little dot. There's two. And that was from focus. Overspray, oversplash from the bottle. So I'd like to actually see if I put some isopropyl on my fingers and just flicked it. I like that. I like that a lot. So there we go. What can you use if you don't have an air gun? Chris, you can use a straw. You can use your mouth. Just have a paper towel or fresh straws off to the side, because you do get condensation through the straw as you're blowing, and you don't want to have any of that drip onto your art piece. So if you can have a couple of straws beside you, you know those ones that stretch out and are a bit bendy at the end, that'd be amazing, because you can put the long end in your mouth and use that bit that's flexible to blow in different directions. So, yeah, awesome. Well, there you go. So if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Give the video a thumbs up on the way out if you've enjoyed it or you've found value in it. Leave a comment below for those watching the replay, and for everybody, please share it with others who you think might also appreciate it. So that is a huge help and very much appreciated. I have a fairly decent special achievement at the end of this month, and yeah, so I'd love as many people as possible to have joined me and around for that celebration. So thanks for the tutorial, much appreciated and feeling inspired. Fabulous, Chris. Thank you so much for being here. We'll have to go watch this from the beginning. Thanks, Mandy. I appreciate that. So yeah, alrighty. So let's just come down and have a close-up. I love those splatters. I love what they do. So there we go. blooms out from that dark area in the middle, softer background, and then inner spiky bits. Love it. Love it, love it. Alrighty. So thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. And if you have to go anywhere, please take care. And from myself, always, be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.